a statement of appreciation to the national government for approval of budget for the National Youth Council election. Youth Leaders Association of Kenya, YLAC, extends its sincere appreciation to Government of Kenya under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. William Samoei RUTO, CGH, President of the Republic of Kenya, and Commander-in-Chief of Defence Forces, for the Cabinet approval of a budget allocation of Kenyan shillings 165 million to conduct the National Youth Council election through the State Department for Youth Affairs and Creative Economy. The statement by His Excellency Salim Mvurya, EGH, the Cabinet Secretary, yesterday, is timely and comes exactly 1 month after YLAC's-led National Steering Committee submitted a formal request through the Executive Office of the President, dated June 18, 2025, for the National Youth NYC election to be undertaken. We thank the government for how this matter has been expedited, since it demonstrates the government's responsiveness and unwavering commitment to promoting youth inclusion, participation, and governance. Furthermore, pursuant to Section 5, subsections 1G and H of the National Youth Council Act 2009, the NYC shall consist of 16 elected youth representatives from across the country, nominated in a manner prescribed and subsequently appointed by the Cabinet Secretary. This is a fundamental provision that ensures the voices of young people are formally represented in national governance structure. To that end, YLAC affirms its readiness to actively participate in the upcoming NYC election and commits to working closely with the relevant government agencies to sensitize and mobilize youth across the nation. We believe, as the National Youth Leaders Association of Kenya, that this election will not only be a civic duty, but will also be a democratic right for all Kenyan youths to take part in this process, which shapes the trajectory of youth policy, advocacy, and development in the nation. Finally, we call upon all youth across the 47 counties to embrace this opportunity, organize meaningfully, and participate fully in electing credible, accountable, and visionary representatives into the National Youth Council. So that marks the end of my statement. So maybe I can say something away from the statement that as the members of the National Executive of the National Youth Leaders Association of Kenya, YLAC, we wish to once again convey our heartfelt gratitude to the national government under the leadership of His Excellency William Samoei RUTO, the President of the Republic of Kenya, because the NYC elections has been long overdue, and no response has been made even by prior governments. And what has been demonstrated yesterday through the cabinet approval of the budget for the election is that the only way and the only suitable way for young people in our republic to engage the national government is through meaningful dialogue and using the necessary channels of engagement, and more so the structures that have been put in place in the systems and structures of the national government, because we are a testament of the kind of response that has come out of our engagement and the letter that we did to the national government through the Executive Office of the President, that even after you do a formal engagement to the government, they are really watching and they are ready to respond. So I'm calling upon all youth leaders in our republic, all across the 47 counties, to really focus this moment as a moment of youth peace, moment of youth tranquility, so that as you engage the government, let us...
Thank you very much for that question. It is a good idea to have a conversation, but where I sit, it came too early, because Raila asked for this conversation, and yet we have gone out as the young people saying that we are leaderless. The first thing that we need to do is to put up this election so that we can elect our rightful leaders. Then we can see how we can engage ourselves in that conversation when we have the rightful leaders in place. Other questions? Come on, guys. Most of you guys are youth. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, yeah.
As you know, you plan engaging with them, which lineage are you going to engage with youths so that you eradicate these issues? Because most of the youth now They are radicalism about the government issues. Because government are not looking upon their issues. They are going against it. What lineage are you taking to come out to put that contact?
Thank you very much. I think I look at it in a different angle, but I'll respond to that. As long as government assures us that we are going to have a free, fair, transparent, and accountable election, we are going to have the rightful young people in these positions. We are going to entrust them with our leadership. With that said, then I don't see any need of young people coming out saying that we are leaderless. There are people who are in place to talk about our issues. There are people who we entrusted. The other day, last year, we saw President coming on X speaking to the young people. It's because we lacked such platforms to articulate our issues. So our aim here is to get a free, fair, accountable, and transparent election. We don't want to see any, better choice of words, any footprint of government placing its own people in our democracy as a young people. Yeah.
So connection with that one, by this time, there's some groups of youth, when there's some groups leaders supporting, like some supporting Maraga, some are supporting Matiang'i, some are supporting the government. At your conclusion, am I conceding, how will you engage these youth so that you tell them this is the root way to serve the country? This is the root way to eradicate these issues of accountability mostly.
So our aim here is to have the election.
Before you answer that, also there's an issue about election.
Okay.
Some leaders, most of the side of the government, have come up saying that hii kura tutaiba. Wengine wanasema this election, we are planning how to get ourselves there. Some they want to repeat themselves. What plan do you have for this?
On the second question, I'll leave it to our deputy chair to respond. But on the first one, we want, as we have articulated, our aim goal is to have the election for the young people, for the NYC. And we want to thank the NYC for creating something called YSO, Youth Serving Organization, where most of us are, to be able to work closely with the organization for the youth to bring this election to take place. So our aim is not to look who's going to be the president for now. For us, we want to elect a youthful leader first, who's going to speak for the young people.
Mine's the same. That's okay. Our focus is just basically the NYC election.
The NYC election.
So once you have the NYC, the National Youth Council in place, then you are going to use it as a channel
now to
engage the government as young people.
Yes.
Yeah, and also to articulate on that matter, we have the National Youth Council Board that is standing for the youth. But you find that even in our own county like Nairobi, they don't know the meaning of that seats. So people are being kept there. They don't know some areas to follow so that they can reach to our leaders in those seats. So we should have those people who will be standing for the youth, who will be standing for the young people, who can speak and also who can know their matters to be talked about. So we cannot vote for everyone. For now, it's just the youth standing for other people in our country. Yeah.
Is that enough? Also, can we speak to the young people now?
Yes, and as we speak to them,
yeah,
maybe you can combine this with these terrorism-related charges.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.